Alright everybody, we're at our first install of the week. It's Monday. Small job, fantasy brown, 2 tops. This is what we like to see on the install. Called the customer this morning, let them know what time we was going to be here. They told us they was out of town on vacation. You know, they told us where the keys at and all that stuff. We got an easy entrance into the house. Even though we got a couple steps up, it's still no big deal. We got to tear out and then we're going to install. But man, we're professionals. I've been doing this 23 years. I've had my own granite shop for this is our 8th year. We've got a good reputation online. Most of our customers are word of mouth, neighbors, family of previous customers. And still we have people act like they don't want to let us in their house unless they're there. Like they got to babysit us. Like they're afraid we're going to go in there and rob their house. If we were the type of people that go in your house and rob it, do you think we would still be in operation after 8 years? Do you think we would have a reputation like we do on Google? It's a slap in the face to me when customers are like, oh, well, we don't want you in our house without us there. Brother, we ain't going to do nothing but come in, lay out our blankets so we don't damage your floor. We're going to find your bathroom. We are, because we have to use the bathroom when we work. But otherwise, we're going to stay in the kitchen doing our job unless you have vanities in other rooms. And we're not going to mess with any of your stuff. If you have an animal, we're probably going to pet it. We might give it some treats. And we're going to take care of your house like it was our own. And we're going to clean it up. And whatever room we work in, we're going to make it look better than we did when we arrived. So this customer here, thank you. Thank you for being a freaking awesome customer. And not acting like a freaking jackass thinking we're going to freaking rob your house or something. And while I'm thinking about it, I love animals. I love creatures. And if y'all didn't see my short video about the coward in Burke County that broke into its tenant's house and killed their cat, I hope he is in Burke County getting beat within an inch of his life. And then the people are letting him heal up and then beating him within an inch of his life again. And I hope that cat's in heaven giving fist bumps to all the other cats that have been mistreated and killed by freaking cowards. Alright guys, I put my template in here and it's too tight. I've got a bow and I've already carried it back outside. But I went ahead and cut this wall over here. And as you can see, the refrigerator is right up on the cabinet. Alright. It'd be one thing if I'd have cut it with a seam in it. I could also cut some off of the piece of stone back here. But it's got a sink run in it, and I don't like to flop things over and cut them with sink runs in them. So what I think I'm going to do, if you look at this fridge, it doesn't have an ice maker in it. I think I'm going to try to move this stuff over here and maybe roll this refrigerator over. The problem is, it's so freaking tight on everything. Look at this. I'm just going to have to try my best. And I'm probably going to have to move all this stuff off the top of it. Alright, we went ahead and moved the refrigerator. Refrigerators usually have wheels on them. And you can go forward and back. I try not to go side to side because you run a risk of scratching the floor. We moved all the stuff off the top of it. I set it over here. It's amazing how much lighter it was once I pulled all that stuff off. But that should give us room to roll our cart in here with the sink run on it, roll it over here and not run a risk of breaking it. The refrigerator is, however, going to be tight when we go to put it back in. You guys ever wonder why we always putting these rods on here? If you watch my videos, you probably don't wonder because I think I've said it about 10 times. But let me show you. It's the same reason I always make sure I have shims in the house when I bring my sink run in. Pow! That's why. See that gap of lappage? That is why. So you don't break this guy. Alright, we finally got the tops in place. As you can see, we had to cut this one into the wall. And then we had to take this one outside and cut a 1/4 inch off of it so that we could get our 30-inch opening here. If you don't have 30 inches, it's 100% a callback, 100%. Now Dave's putting our bead of silicone around the sink, and I'm gonna help him pull it up so we can get this sink mounted. We didn't make the mess behind the refrigerator, but people don't normally pull their refrigerator out. So if we do pull the refrigerator out or stove out, we go ahead and clean it up for them. Alright, so we vacuumed that up. There's a few little holes in the laminate back there, I guess where the refrigerator sits. I found a dime. That will go in here on a table and not in my pocket because we don't steal. Put it right there. Alright guys, we got everything finished. This is one of those jobs that took forever. The cabinets were bad. Nothing fit properly. It's hard to get the templates exact when you're templating on top of existing counters. It was just, everything was a pain in the butt. But we finally got it. Everything caulked out, shimmed, all that. We didn't take the drawers out, so I don't put them back in if we didn't take them out. We got them leveled up over here. We didn't actually take the stove out. They took it out. But I always put the stove back in just to make sure it fits. We got a nice tight fit on this one here. Went ahead and slid our refrigerator back. We're good to go there. Actually, it's a lot. We got a lot more room than they did before. I can actually scoot that over. You can see where before it was scraping that when they opened the door. Not now. I didn't put the stuff back on top of the refrigerator because it's very, very dusty and stuff up there. And I thought they might want to clean that off, so I'm not going to put that stuff back on there. Painter's caulk behind the backsplash. Called them about the faucet. They said they wanted the same faucet hose. They was going to use the same faucet. Well, that faucet is under here. The sink they had 3 holes, but they don't have to use that plate. And even if they use the plate, they don't need a hole under each one of them. And of course, they got their sprayer. So I just did 2 holes, one for that centerpiece there, and one for their sprayer. Of course, that 8 inches over so they can put their plate on there if they want, or they don't have to. So everything's good to go. I use trans gray on this fantasy brown. The backsplash is bookmarked. So I think it turned out good finally, but let me tell you, it was a pain to get it there. So I hope y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next one.